Today we're going to talk about similar triangles. The rules to be similar would mean that the angles inside them must be congruent, as well as the sides must be proportional. So you can stretch and shrink a triangle, but if it's an equilateral triangle, it's going to have angle sizes that are 60 all the way around, and as I stretch it and make it larger or smaller, the angle sizes haven't changed. So that's an example of one where you can easily see that they would be congruent angles and their sides would be proportional. So these are the expectations. So what we're going to do is we're going to determine yes or no that this would. And now that we've been practicing angle measures inside of a triangle having to add up to 180, they're going to try to trick you and make sure that the numbers inside actually add up to 180. So we're focused today on that they have congruent angles, not so much that they have proportional sides. So if we come over here and we look at this, we want to know how many degrees is this angle right here, and we want to know how many degrees is that angle right here. And what we're actually checking for is, could this one down here be 30 and could this one over here be 50, so that I've just turned it around, and could they be similar in that respect? And so what we're going to do is we're going to check our math. So we're going to do 30 plus 50 plus 90, and we're going to see if it adds up to 180. And in this case, it adds up to 170, so the answer would be no. That does not equal 180. And so we're going to try that a couple more times so that we get the hang of that. So again, I have two matching angles. So it's a possibility that the third angles could match. So let's just check the math and see. We have 75 plus 60 plus 35. So two fives carry a 10. That is 6 plus, that is 9, 10. We again have 170. So it does not work. This one is a no. So let's try one more. We have again 31 and 31 is a match. So there's a chance. If none of the angles had matched, automatically we could have immediately said no. So if we go ahead and we add these up, I have 70 plus 31 plus 79. So again, we have a 10, and that would be 10, 7, 8, 180. So this one would be an example of yes. So in this page, we're going to talk about whether they're congruent, whether they're similar, or whether they are not. And so when we look at this one, clearly we can see that they do not look congruent. So you see how one of them is much taller? But we do know that they are similar because we have a 90-degree angle and a 12, and a 90-degree and a 12. So no matter what angle has to go up here, they would both be the same. So this triangle is similar because they have equal angles. What about this triangle? Well, clearly it just looks like I've done the same thing twice. Do you see how it's 30 and 10 make 40, and 40 plus 140 is 180. So we know that it is a triangle, and we know that they're exactly the same. So we would say that these are congruent. The nice thing about if they are congruent, then they are also similar. So they are both. So let's look at the next row down here. And so when we look at the next row, we're going to try to figure it out. See how they have a match here, but they don't have a match anywhere else. So no matter what angle this one is, it's not going to equal because this 100 doesn't match anyone. So this one is not similar. So what about this one? Well, we only have one angle, but we do have some sides where we could see if they are proportional. So what I meant by proportional at the beginning when I talked about it, that means when I put them in like spots, the fractions should be equal, or the proportions should be equal. And so we realize that 6 over 8 reduces down to 3 over 4. So this one is got one right angle and the sides are proportional. And so then we know that it is similar. So if I were to tell you that this angle right here is 40, then you would automatically know that this one is 40 and this one would be 50. Because if they're similar, then all of the angles inside would be equal to each other. And if I randomly told you that this was, let's say, 10 up here, then you would be able to tell me that the side length over there is 5, because we would be able to use our proportion skills from 6th and 7th grade. Know that these are going to be proportional. See how we have a matching number here? And here, it's trying to tell me that they're proportional, but look what's going to end up happening. If we were to add these up to be proportional, this one would have to be 60. if they were similar. And this doesn't make sense. Do you see that? So this is really impossible. Because when we do that, what we're going to find is that 81 plus 40 plus 60 adds up to 181 degrees. And so this one is not similar. So don't let them fool you just because they're trying to check to see if they are similar in some cases. They don't always work. So please make sure you've checked your math. If you get a number that is not exactly 180, then you can automatically circle the it is not similar. This one's impossible. Okay, so we're going to stop right there today. A reminder that the rules for similar triangles are that the angles have to be congruent, they have to be proportional sides, and clearly we still have to follow the rule that all triangles equal 180 degrees. So don't let them fool you. Good luck. Thanks.